I'm just speechless at this last episode. I really, really am. How is it that Batwoman gets science better than Star Trek? Hello, everyone. I am Becca Random 42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube harpy. I have been watching Batwoman, and now I did skip reviewing the previous episode, episode 11, so that's going to be in this. Also, spoilers, full spoiler warning, you have been warned. I watched this most recent episode of Batwoman thinking to myself, how the crap do they science better than Star Trek?
I like science.
Mostly because that's Star Trek now. Their explanation of two beings existing in the same universe actually makes a lot more sense than Star Trek science, where they use stuff like sonar in space and swearing to be edgy.
This is so fucking cool.
It is fucking cool.
So sorry.
You should be sorry, Tilly, because your idea of science is not nearly as sciencey as what Batwoman gave us this week. Now, Batwoman is not a good show. I can guarantee you that. It is not a good show, not an interesting show. It is basically just there to laugh at, and it is a time filler, and that's kind of how I'm viewing this. I am having way more fun watching Batwoman than I am watching Star Trek lately. Now, of course, so we'll recap the previous episode, I believe it was 11, because the episode we're reviewing here is going to be, take your choice, episode 12. I had to look it up, because this stuff just doesn't, it just falls right out of my brain. I can't keep it in my head, because it's not really that great or interesting. So in the previous episode, there was a whole bunch of drama, sister birthday, sister stuff, and that's pretty much what these shows are. These shows are kind of sister drama soap opera sort of things, and in the background there's some crime fighting and superhero stuff because Batwoman, right? The whole point of this, I think, is to be a relationship drama and a drama about sisters and family. I think that's the point of the show. So in episode 11, I think what happened, I did skip over a little bit of it. There was a lot of flashbacks of Alice, the one that was supposed to, or presumed dead. Batwoman didn't save her when she was a kid. She's the twin sister of Batwoman. If you guys are just tuning in and are new to Batwoman, yeah, it doesn't sound like a superhero show, does it? That's because it's really, really not. It has hardly anything to do with superheroes, just about as much as rapping has anything to do with Star Wars.
You can't stop me, I'm a Jedi from Jakku.
But yeah, so there's a lot of flashbacks of Beth's childhood that made her into Alice, and I did skip over some of that because it looked like they were going to hurt a little kitty cat in there, and I'm like, if I even think that's going to happen, I'm going to skip over that because I like animals, I think they're cute and adorable, and I don't want anything bad to happen to them, and I can't even think about fake fictional animals that I'm sure are treated wonderfully. Yeah, so I skipped over like a chunk in the middle of episode 11. So that's part of why I didn't really get around to doing a review of it. Plus, I had to rewatch the last part of it like 6 times because I just couldn't pay attention. It was one of those episodes. So at the very end of that episode, we had real Beth from another Earth, because remember the whole Crisis on Infinite Earth thing that I decided to opt out of because I didn't want to watch all of the other shows from the CW. That's how they get you. They give you one show and they make them all interconnected on the CW, and most of them are just relationship drama and, you know, people drinking coffee or whatever. You know, the good stuff, the stuff you want to see in superhero movies, because we care more about who they're jumping in and out of bed with. So at the end of that episode, we had Beth and Alice. Beth comes in, and of course Batwoman doesn't recognize her. She thinks she's Alice. She doesn't realize, oh, it's just Beth from another Earth, one that actually did survive. So that's where this episode starts off. Thank you for subscribing, and if you guys do enjoy my content, like, subscribe, share, all the things. Also, content not for the little ones usually. So their molecular structure begins to break down. You know, it's very similar to what happened on Stargate, where you had 2 Samantha Carters. So that's why I say they're science.
I like science.
is better than Star Trek Discovery, because it just makes a little bit more sense to me, and I didn't need a long, drawn-out explanation of this and this and this, of everything. That's one of the problems with Star Trek. I'll save that for a Star Trek review. But no, they kept it kind of simple, they kept it pretty easy to follow, and that's fine when it's just a dumb CW show about sisters, because that's all it really is. You know, I really should have started off the video today on the next episode of Sister, because that's all this really is just sisters interacting and having coffee and setting up gay bars across the street from people who don't like alphabet people, I guess. I don't know. So these two are existing in the same time frame, and there's a very, very long way around getting to the very end of this. So they begin to break down, and the sister who's the doctor makes some sort of a formula with blood or something. I don't know. I stopped paying attention to it because it's Batwoman. It's Batwoman, isn't it? Really, when there's nothing like this on screen. There's really not a whole lot to pay attention to, except for, you know, this actress is scenery chewing. She's going as far as to hump the scenery. She's into this. She's having fun. She's having a blast. She's having the time of her life playing this character. Anyway, they develop a formula. There's a huge fight scene between the crazy one and the sister who's the doctor. Not this sister. I know, there's like 17 sisters in this show. And, of course, the sister who's the doctor chains her, handcuffs her to a bed. Basically, the whole drama of this episode is the tail end, where Batwoman has to make the decision of which sister to save. I only have enough of an antidote for one of them, and they really shouldn't be in the same time together. So one of them will just kind of turn to liquid goo and die, and then the other one will live and be fine. Kate, Batwoman, actually makes the decision. Spoilers. This is fun. This is a really fun one. Makes the decision. Here, I thought she was gonna save the crazy one because she's guilty. No. They drag it out to where she actually makes the decision to save the good one, and then they try and sneak out the good one. The butler guy. Did I bring a picture of him? Yeah, the butler guy and the good one end up off on the bat cycle, the little motorcycle that she stole from Batman. And she ends up dying at the end, even though Batwoman's there holding crazy Alice. Like, no, I wanted to say goodbye to you. I did choose your death. But because this one then gets sniper shot by Batwoman's girlfriend's little posse of crows, or her ex-girlfriend, I should say. They broke up. So their little posse of crows ends up shooting this one in the head, and then right before the other one dies, she comes back. It is the most hilarious thing. I'm like, oh, this is great. Because we kind of figured, Rob from Minette's Edge and I were watching this together, we kind of figured that, no, they're not going to let the crazy one die, because this one doesn't even belong in this universe. It's going to be something. When this is more engaging than Star Trek and has better science than modern Star Trek,
I like science.
you have a problem. And that's the whole point of this. I was way more entertained by this than anything I've seen in Picard or Discovery in ever. I think the behind the scenes stuff is pretty entertaining with that. This is way better than Doctor Who. I'm going to give this episode an 8 out of 10. I actually didn't have to fast forward through any of it. I wasn't bored. I was entertained in a totally unintentional way. And that's really how I'm judging these shows. How entertained was I? Because at the end of the day, we know they're bad. We know they're not good shows. I was entertained by this episode, and I think I'm kind of... That tends to be my more recent outlook on these reviews, is that, yeah, I was entertained by this. Was it bad? Oh yeah. But it was entertaining, and it made my night go a little quicker. And it didn't drag like Doctor Who, Star Trek, a lot of these other shows that I watch, and movies. Some of these movies aren't that great either. So, did you guys watch this episode? Did you know it was still in existence? Apparently, the ratings keep dropping and dropping and dropping. That, I think, is partly to do with the fact that they don't air it every week. Like, I'll go to say, oh, I should probably watch the latest Batwoman. I gotta watch the latest Batwoman. It's not on this week. Oh, okay. I'll take a day off of it. But yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I am Mecha Random 42, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Thanks for watching! If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video!